this triple summer search. Join the team next week to learn more about opportunities in today's hockey.
And welcome everybody to Trinity High School. We're here for the final the final game of the regular season between the Marshfield Hurricanes and your Granite State Destroyers. My name is Rayshawn Link with Bishop III Media Sports, and we are off. East Coast Football League action, and the ball is recovered by the Destroyers. That's Javier Colon. Actually, no, that's not. That's Peyton. And he's going to be run out of bounds after a short return. Again, that was Peyton Crosby on the return for the Destroyers. And GSD is going to take over at the 39-yard line on just a fantastic Saturday evening here in Manchester, Manchester, New Hampshire. For some reason, I'm always confusing those two states. I'm not quite sure why. Anyhow, here come the Destroyers to the line, led by quarterback rookie Brandon McGinnis. And it's going to be a handoff to Jason Vance. Vance is going to take it up the left side, and he's going to be brought down. Looks like a gain about 3 on the play. And the Destroyers are going to stay in a hurry-up mode as they're back to the line for their second play. Alex Aline comes near side. Javier Colon's going to be split out to the left side. to the far side, excuse me. And McKinnis is looking downfield. And he's got Vance again. And Vance is going to be pushed out of bounds at just about the 50-yard line. And that's going to be a first down. Good job here by the Destroyers, picking up positive yardage in their first couple of plays here on their initial possession of the game. Destroyers coming in 4-5 on the season, while it's been a pretty rough season for the Hurricanes as they come in 0-9. Looking to finish their season on a high note, perhaps, with an upset win over the playoff-bound Destroyers. And that's going to be a handoff. Looks like that's Melvin on the carry, and it is. Like that's going to bring up second down. Gained about 3 on the run. He's 2nd and 7 for the Destroyers. And there's a snap to McKinnis. And McKinnis is looking deep. He's under pressure, and he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. And McKinnis is going to scramble out. And he's up the right side, the left sideline. He's going to be downfield. He's at the 20 and the 10. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. That's going to be a touchdown run by McKinnis. And GSD is going to take the early lead here. And it looks like we actually have a flag on the play. And those points are going to come off the board. And it won't be a touchdown for McKinnis and the Destroyers. That's going to be a holding. Very athletic play by McKinnis, but it's all for naught. That's going to be brought back on penalty. That'll be first down for GSD. Ball's on the 25-yard line. And there's a snap. McKinnis looking to pass. And it's going to be complete. Alex Salim. And he's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. As GSD looks to get back some of those yards they lost on the penalty. That'll bring up a second down. So 2nd and 5 for the Destroyers. Ball's on the 21-yard line. And it's going to be a quick pitch. And that's going to be Peyton Crosby cutting it up. And he's going to be brought down after a short pickup. And that looks like it is going to be enough for another Destroyer first down. So Brandon McKinnis methodically working his way downfield on this initial drive for the Destroyers, as they're looking to get those points back on the board that were taken off on the penalty. And he's back to pass, and he's got a man in the end zone, and that's going to be dropped, as McKinnis had Peyton Crosby on the corner route on the far end zone, and Crosby was unable to bring it down. I'll bring up a second down for GSD. So Destroyers are going to come to the line. Ball on the 14-yard line, 2nd and 10. After they were unable to connect on the pass from McKinnis to Crosby. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout called by Marshfield. Both teams going to talk things over here. As you see, Coach Scott Lebrecht all suited and booted, wearing number 62 today, as we might see the veteran semi-pro coach actually get a little game action today. Your eyes are not deceiving you, folks. That is Coach Scott Lebrecht, suited up, number 62, ready to go in case the team needs him in this final home game for the Destroyers, as they look to finish off their season on a positive note. But for now, their offense is looking to get back on the board after the touchdown run by Brendan McInnes was taken off the board. 11 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Second down and 10, ball on the 14-yard line for the GSD offense. And they'll come to the line, led by rookie quarterback Brandon McInnes. And there's a snap, back to pass. McInnes under pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up. And he's going to be brought down. McInnes is going to be sacked on the play. That'll bring up a third down. Big loss there by the Destroyers. And that's going to back him up to the 24-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 20. Make things a little bit harder for him here in the red zone, as they're looking to get back on the board. McInnes calls out the signals, and there's a snap, and he's back to pass, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds. Pass was intended for Alex Lean, and it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Destroyers. We'll see what they choose to do here. See if they get a little aggressive here again, as this is the last game of the season. The playoff spot is locked up, so you really don't have much to lose. Gambling a little bit here. And that's exactly what they're going to do, as the offense is going to come to the line and see if they can pick up this 4th and long. 4th and 20, ball on the 24-yard line. And that's Mike Melvin, who's going to motion out. And back to pass is McInnes. And he's looking deep, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Peyton Crosby, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And possession is going to go back to Marshfield. Both teams have really been unable to do anything on their opening drives here. Here at Trinity High School in Manchester, New Hampshire, for the final regular season game between the Marshfield Hurricanes and the Granite State Destroyers. So Flacco's going to bring him to the line as Marshfield takes over. 1st and 10. And there's snap. It's going to be a handoff. And number 37 is going to be wrapped up and brought down after a short pickup. That'll bring up a 2nd down for the Hurricanes. This Granite State defense has been basically the staple of this team for this season. Even though they took a pretty rough defeat to Maine in their last matchup, this defense overall for the season has done their part. Offensively, there's been some struggles, as there have been a lot of turnover for the Destroyers leading into the season. But it'll be that defense that the Destroyers will look to hang their hat on as they go into the playoffs. And there's a handoff for Marshfield, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down after a short loss. I'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Hurricanes. They're going backwards. Granite State Destroyers defense led by All-Star Nate Allen. Definitely made a bid for his name to be mentioned in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation for the East Coast Football League. And we'll see what they can do here as Marshfield is backed up, 3rd and 13 on the 21-yard line. Just over 7.5 minutes, and that's a false start. We're going to get a penalty on that one. We'll see who they're going to call this on. Refs are going to discuss it. Looks like that's going to be a false start on the Hurricanes. So I'll back them up a little bit more. Now they're making them things a little bit harder for themselves here on their offensive possession. As we're in the first quarter here at Trinity High School, Manchester, New Hampshire. Flacco has him to the line, and he's calling out the signals as he looks over the defense, and there's a snap. There's a pass over the middle, and that pass is going to be incomplete. Intended for number 21. And that'll bring up a 4th down. As the Hurricanes will punt the ball back to the Destroyers. It's been an ugly game offensively for both these teams. Neither really getting anything going. Back to return. It's Cruz, captain defensive back for the Destroyers. Looks like the Hurricanes are trying to get things sorted out on their special teams unit. And eventually we'll be set to get this punt off. GSD is in full return mode. 3 guys back to return this one. And there's a snap, and the kick is off. And it's going to be run out of bounds after a short kick. It was returned there by Cruz. So a very short kick. And GSD is going to have excellent field position as they take over for their second possession of the game. First and 10 for the Destroyers at the 30-yard line. And GSD will come to the line. See if they can improve on their last possession where they came away with no points. McKinnis going to send Martin in motion. And there's a snap. It's going to be an option. And McKinnis going to keep it. He's going to cut it up before he's brought down after a short pickup. That'll be second down for the Destroyers. Had the little option play set up. But Brandon McKinnis thought wisely to probably keep that one put his head down, see what he can get. Gain to 3, be second and 7. Ball on the 27-yard line. We're at 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score at Trinity High School. Final regular season game in the East Coast Football League. Granite State Destroyers host the Marshfield Hurricanes. And McKinnis is going to look things over. And there's a snap. McKinnis back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to step up in the pocket. And he's off to the races again. He's cutting it up. And he's off to the races. He's going to run it in again. And McKinnis makes up for it. The touchdown was taken off the board earlier, and this time looks like it's going to stand as McKinnis gets his rushing touchdown back. And the Destroyers take the 6-0 lead here in the first quarter. Nice play by the rookie quarterback. And it looks like GSD is going to go for 2. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Kenneth calls out some last-minute instructions to his veteran receiver, Jason Vance. And Vance is going to line up in the slot as the Destroyers look to add 2 more. And he's back to pass. And that pass is going to be complete. Extra point conversion is good to Peyton Crosby. And Granite State is going to go up 8-0. So a nice second drive there by the Destroyers. As Brandon McKinnis runs it in. Touchdown was taken off the board earlier from McKinnis on their first possession. But he was able to make up for it and get it back. And GSD currently leads 8-0 with 5:29 to go here in the first quarter at Trinity High School, Manchester, New Hampshire. So the kick is off. And that's down. Looks like there was some confusion as maybe that ball took a weird bounce. So not exactly sure what happened there. But it does look like it's going to be Marshfield's ball after a rather odd kick there. Maybe bounced off and up, man. It's going to give Marshfield some pretty good field position as they take over on the 35-yard line. So Flacco's going to bring him to the line. He's going to tighten the formation up. There's a snap and a handoff. That's going to be a short run. Maybe a yard, if anything. Bring up second down. Granite State Destroyers trying to bring their record to an even 500 on the season. I'm sure not where they were hoping they would be going into this season, but would be something that they can build their hat on going into next season if they can finish up things here with an even record. After a pretty rough season, some ups and downs, specifically offensively, but again, with the loss of their star receivers, Tyler Shattuck, with a knee injury, and the influx of players who left for other teams, it's just hard for this team to come back and have the type of success that they were used to. As Flacco rolls out, and that pass is going to be incomplete, just over the head of his receiver, number 83. I'll bring up a third down. Third and 9, ball's on the 36-yard line. 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Granite State Destroyers currently leading 8-0 after a spectacular touchdown run by the rookie quarterback, Brandon McInnes. And there's a snap. Flacco's under pressure, and he's going to throw it short. That pass is incomplete. And that'll bring up a fourth down. As that Granite State Destroyers defense is putting a lot of pressure on the Marshfield quarterback, making things very uncomfortable, which is resulting in those errant passes. It does look like Marshfield is going to punt the ball away. And he took a long stride to get that one away. And off the bounce, it's going to be Cruz. He's cutting back. And Cruz is across the field. And another block. Cruz looking for one more. He's cutting it back. And Cruz is still on his feet. And he's going to be brought down. Looks like about the 39-yard line. After a nice return by the veteran defensive back. And Granite State Destroyers are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Granite State looking to add one more on the board before the end of this period. And they're in perfect position to do so. There's a snap, handoff to Mike Melvin. He's cutting it outside, and he's going to cut it back before he's brought down. Nice run by the running back, Mike Melvin. First down. Yeah, indeed, it's going to be a first down pickup for GSD. Nice run by Melvin. And here come the Destroyers to the line. Just over 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Looking to get one more on the board and increase their lead over the Marshfield Hurricanes. And there's a snap. This time it's going to be a handoff to Anthony Thomas. He's cutting it up, and he's going to be tripped up. He was getting the momentum. And Marshfield was lucky that that last hand was just able to grab that shoelace and bring down Anthony Thomas before he got a full head of steam. That'll bring up a second down for the Destroyers. Brandon McInnes calling out the snaps. And gets the ball. He's looking, and he's going to step up. He's wrapped up, and he's going to escape. And he's going to get the pass out, and it's going to be dropped. Pass was intended for Mike Melvin. Running back was wide open in the flats. And Brandon McInnes hit him right in between the 2 and the 4, but Melvin unable to come down with it. That'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Absolutely could have been a first down there if Mike Melvin was able to bring that one in. GSD offense was moving right along. And Mike Melvin is upset with himself as he gets to the sideline. Gets a minute to think about the play that he potentially could have made on that last one. Either way, 3rd and 8. Granite State's going to line up for their next play. And McInnes is going to get the snap. And he's rolling out again. He's looking downfield, and the pass is going to be complete. Javier Colon, and he's still on his feet, and he escapes. Javier Colon cuts it back. A nice block by Anthony Thomas, and Javier Colon is in the end zone for a touchdown. That was just a will play there by Javier Colon as he refused to be brought down. And Granite State increases their lead after the touchdown pass from Brandon McInnes to Javier Colon. And the score is now 14-0. Destroyers leading over the Hurricanes. What a spectacular play. A touchdown pass from McInnes to Javier Colon. And Granite State's going to go for 2 as they're currently up 14-0 in the first quarter. With 50 seconds to go here, and there's a snap. McInnes is going to keep it, and it's going to be our option. He's going to be hit hard and brought down. And that attempt is going to be no good, and the score remains 14-0. Damage is done as GSD strikes again. They currently lead 14-0 as we come to the end of this first quarter here at Trinity High School. Again, just under a minute, 50 seconds to go here. And the Destroyers are set to kick off after another successful scoring drive. So Cruz going to get set to kick off after the touchdown drive by the Destroyers. And the kick is off. And that one's going to go out of bounds. And GSD will be penalized, and the ball will be brought out to the 35-yard line. And that'll be where the Hurricanes will take over, as they're currently trailing 14-0 to the Destroyers. So Marshfield's going to come to the line as things have got just a little more dire for them as they now trail 14-0 to the Granite State Destroyers. And there's a snap and a run up the middle. And the back's going to be brought down after a short gain. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looks like a 4-yard pickup, so it'll be 2nd at about 6. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. As this first quarter is set to wind down as we approach 10 seconds to go. GSD currently leading the Canes 14-0. And there's a snap. They'll get one more play off before the end of the quarter. It's going to be another handoff. And that'll do it for us here in the first quarter. As the Granite State Destroyers currently on top of the Marshfield Hurricanes by a score of 14-0. We'll tack another 15 minutes on as we get set for the second quarter of action. Granite State Destroyers football. My name is Rayshawn Link with Bishop III Media. Glad that you can join us as both these teams look to wrap up their regular season. Destroyers 4-5 on the year, looking to get to 500. Hurricanes currently 0-9, looking to play spoiler and get that first win of the season. It maybe send GSD stumbling into the playoffs, but to this point, that doesn't look like it's going to happen today. As the Destroyers offense has been rolling and had some success against this Marshfield defense. So here we go, the ball is set. It's on the 42-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Hurricanes will look to get the first down here. And there's some movement. Looks like that could be against Marshfield, and it is. It's going to be a false start on the Hurricanes. And they'll be backed up. Just make things a little bit harder for them here on 3rd down. Not a smart play there for the Marshfield offense. As the ball is walked back to the 37-yard line, and things going to be a little harder for Flacco on this Hurricanes offense. So Marshfield walks to the line. 3rd and 8. As Flacco's going to look over the defense and call out some last-minute instruction to his offense. And there's a snap. Flacco's going to play action. He's under pressure, and he's wrapped up. He's going to be brought down. That's going to be a sack for the Destroyers. And it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Canes. So it's been a rough season for the Hurricanes. It's continuing here as the Marshfield offense isn't having much success here. And they're going to be kicking it again back to the Destroyers. And the snap almost goes over the punter's head. And they're going to let it bounce. And that's a nice punt. That's going to push the Destroyers all the way back to the 25-yard line. And that's where they'll take over 1st and 10. Excellent job by the Hurricanes punter of getting a bad snap and the punt away and making this a longer drive than perhaps what the offense for the Destroyers thought they were going to have to do on this possession. So Brandon McKinnis is going to bring the Destroyers offense to the line, and he's going to call out the signals. And it's going to be a handoff to Anthony Thomas as he's spinning through the line of scrimmage. He's going to be brought down after a short gain. That'll bring up a second down. So here come the Destroyers to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 25-yard line for Brandon McKinnis. And there's a snap. Play action. McKinnis is on the run. And that pass is going to be dumped off to Anthony Thomas. He's spinning, looking for more room, and he's going to be brought down after a short gain. Not sure what the discussion is. I don't see a flag down. Actually, I do see a flag down. Looks like there is a penalty on the play. And looks like it's going to be on the Destroyers. So the Destroyers are back up. Unfortunately, I was unable to hear what that penalty was. But as we saw, referees walked it off. So that'll be a 3rd and 20 now. Excuse me, that's a 2nd and 20. For Granite State, as McKinnis will bring him to the line. There's a snap. And McKinnis under pressure again. He's going to run it. McKinnis is up the sideline. And he's going to run out of bounds. Nice gain by McKinnis, as he's racking up the yards with his legs today. First-year quarterback making things happen with his legs. That'll bring up a 3rd down, as he's able to get most of that yardage back. And that'll be 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 for the Destroyers. Ball is on the 30-yard line as McKinnis looks over the defense. And he's got him offsides. There's a snap. And the whistle's going to be blown dead. But it looks like they were able to get the Marshfield defense to jump. And they might have enough to pick up the 1st down with that penalty. And it is going to be a penalty on Marshfield Hurricanes. And enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for Granite State. There's a snap. It's going to be a handoff. Anthony Thomas. He's going to be wrapped up immediately. That'll be a big loss on the play. And we have some extracurricular activity going on here. Things getting heated between these two teams. And the refs seem to have gotten things sorted out here. I'll bring up a second down. So 2nd and 12, ball's on the 32-yard line. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter at Trinity High School in Manchester, New Hampshire. Granite State Destroyers currently in the lead here, 14-0 over the Marshfield Hurricanes, and McInnes is back to pass. It's going to be flushed out, and he's wrapped up. He stays on his feet, and he's going to fling it up in the air, and it's going to go out of bounds. And McInnes was able to get that one away before he was brought down. That'll be 3rd down. Good job there by the rookie quarterback to get free and not take a sack. I'll bring up 3rd down. Still 3rd and long for the Destroyers. Things could have been worse. Had Brandon McInnes been brought down in the backfield on that last play. So there's a snap to McInnes. He's back to pass. He's pumping. He's looking. And he's got a pass complete over the middle. That's Jason Vance with the slide and catch. And it looks like that will be enough for 1st down. And it is. It's going to be a 1st down for the Destroyers as they're on the move here. Ball's on the 46-yard line. And then there's a snap to McInnes again. And it's going to be another pass, but that one's going to sail out of bounds. Intended for Javier Colon. That'll bring up 2nd down for GSD. So the Destroyers are going to come to the line. Second and 10, ball's on the 46-yard line. And there's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Mike Melvin. And he's up the middle, he's cutting back. And he's going to be wrapped up at about the 50-yard line. That's going to be a nice gain by Mike Melvin. Brought down by Terrence Gomes, veteran linebacker for the Hurricanes. Third and 6. As again, the ball is right on the 50-yard line. Destroyers come to the line. And there's a snap to McInnes. He's back to pass. He's looking downfield. And he's got him in, and it's going to be off the fingertips of Crosby. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Crosby unable to bring that one in. That absolutely would have given him a first down and maybe more if he could have brought that one in. As the clock continues to tick away, as we're just about 7.5 minutes to go until halftime. So the Destroyers come to the line, 4th and 6, and they're lined up to go for it. As they send Peyton Crosby in motion, and there's a snap. McKinnis with the hard count, he's looking, and he's got it complete. Javier Colon, that's going to be enough for a first down. As the gamble pays off, Colon comes up with the catch. And GSD gets the first down conversion. And they'll keep this drive alive. Kennis is going to look things over and get the signals from the offensive coordinator of the Destroyers. And there's a snap. He's looking deep, and he's looking to the flats. He's going to find a man. That's to Peyton Crosby. And Peyton Crosby still on his feet. He's getting down the sideline before he's pushed out of bounds, just inside the 20-yard line. Nice play there for the Destroyers as they're continuing to go in hurry-up mode. And there's a snap. And it's going to be another pass that's complete to Crosby. And it's going to be right out of bounds. Looks like at the 12-yard line. Yeah, it looked like the ball is going to be placed at just about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 4 for GSD. So McKinnis looks things over. And he's going to call out the signals. And there's a snap. There's a pass. And it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Jason Vance. Be 3rd and 4. So things have cooled down a little bit here. Temperature-wise outside as well for the GSD offense. As they're kind of sputtering here as it'll be 3rd and 4. Ball on the 12-yard line as they look to punch it in one more time and increase their lead on the Hurricanes. And motion, Peyton Crosby motion is going to be a flip pass to Crosby. He's looking for an opening. He finally finds one, cuts back, and he's going to walk into the end zone backwards after splitting the Hurricanes defense. It looks like we have a flag on the play, and perhaps this one is going to be brought back after a spectacular run by Crosby. And it does look like it's going to be a hold on the offense. So that touchdown is going to be brought off the board. And GSD is going to be backed up after a spectacular run. After the pitch pass from McKinnis to Crosby. But it's all for naught as it was holding. And it'll be 3rd and long. before that, we're going to get a timeout by the Hurricanes. As GSD once again takes a touchdown off the board. Happened earlier when Brandon McInnes ran one in on their first possession. A touchdown that they were later able to get back as McInnes ran it in again. But once again, we see mistakes and penalties by GSD taking points off the board, and we'll see if they can make up for it here as we have a timeout by Marshfield. So GSD huddles up, timeout by the Hurricanes. And GSD will talk things over and make sure that they can get the proper play call. As it's 3rd and long. And the Destroyers are looking to increase their lead. A 14-0 lead that they currently have over the Marshfield Hurricanes. And there's a snap to McInnes. Back to pass. Peyton Crosby's open, and it's just over the outreached arms of Crosby. And that's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down for GSD. So it's 4th down. And Cruz Cromarties is going to attempt the field goal with 4 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in the second quarter. We'll see if he can get it converted as there's a snap. Kick is up. And it's going to be no good. So a valiant attempt there by Cruz. But GSD is going to come away with nothing on that drive. And the score remains 14-0. 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Marshfield's going to take over 1st and 10. Looks like the ball is going to be placed at just about the 20-yard line. And Marshfield to look to get something going. And maybe get a little momentum going into this halftime period. As it's a short bench over there for the Hurricanes, and the few people that I do see are kind of already looking defeated. But they're not down by much, and we'll see if they can hang on and maybe make this one a game as we go into the second half here. But first things first, and it's 1st and 10 for the Marshfield Hurricanes. Flacco's going to come to the line and look things over. And there's a snap. Flacco's back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. And there's a flag. A flag comes in at the last second. And I think we're going to get a pass interference on this one, as the DB looked to be in position, but what they might say is that he didn't get his head around. Looks like Andrew Downey was the culprit on that one. And I think if Downey would have got his head around, they wouldn't have called that one. But the fact that, it wasn't much contact, but they might have called a little of the face guard in there just because he got his hands up and he didn't get his head around. So that may have influenced the referees to throw that flag, as we're now at 4:20 to go here in the second quarter. And it's 1st and 10 for Marshfield after the penalty. There's a snap to Flacco. It's a low one, and he's going to hand it off. And his running back's going to be wrapped up and brought down for maybe a loss. That'll be 2nd down for the Canes. So 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 2nd down for Marshfield. There's a snap to Flacco. Flacco's going to be flushed out before he gets the pass off, and it's complete. Number 37 is going to be wrapped up and brought down by Nate Allen. Bring up a 3rd down. About 3 yards to go for 1st down for the Canes. Nice pickup there. Flacco was able to find his running back in the flats and pick up some necessary yards as we're getting closer to halftime. And the score is currently 14-0. GSD leading the Canes. And there's a snap. Flacco's back to pass. And it's going to be over the middle. And the man's going to be wrapped up immediately and brought down. Passes to number 83. That's going to be a 1st down for the Hurricanes, as they're now trying to get themselves in position to maybe get a late one here on the board and close the gap, as they're currently trailing 14-0. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Marshfield Hurricanes looking to get the ball inside the red zone, as currently it's on the 33-yard line. Hurricanes have 4 receivers out on the field as Flacco looks over the defense. And looks like we're going to get not sure if we got to delay a game or a timeout. But the refs are going to talk this one over. And I don't know what just happened there. I didn't see a penalty called. I didn't see the ball walked off. Maybe a reset of time. Not quite sure. And yeah, it does. It looks like that was a 2-minute warning. That's what it was. So Flacco back to pass. He's under pressure. He gets it off, and that one's going to sail out of bounds. That pass was incomplete. Intended for number 83. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. As we're at 1 minute and 52 seconds to go here in the second quarter, as we approach halftime here at Trinity High School in Manchester, New Hampshire, for Granite State Destroyers semi-pro football. My name is Rayshawn Link with Bishop III Media. Glad that you can join us. And Marshfield will come to the line. As Flacco's going to get the snap, and he's back to pass again. He's under pressure. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Excellent play there. It's been Paradise with the sack. That'll be a timeout called. As GSD continuing to put pressure on with that defense. Ben Paradise, the recent sack master for that defensive line. We'll get a timeout here. Minute and 40 seconds. 3rd and 10 for the Canes. So it's 3rd and 18. Ball on the 38-yard line, and there's a snap to Flacco. It's going to be a design quarterback run, and he's going to be wrapped up, and he's still on his feet. And he's finally going to be brought down after a nice pickup. But not enough for the first down. We're going to get another timeout here. This will be 4th down. Looks like 4th and about 8 yards to go for first down. As we're at now, 1 minute and 30 seconds to go until we reach halftime. GSD trying to keep the ball away. Trying to keep Marshfield out of the end zone as we approach halftime. And they cling to a 14-0 lead, as they'd like nothing more than to keep that donut going into halftime. So the Canes are going to come to the line. 4th and 8. Ball's on the 30-yard line. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go until halftime. And we'll see what they drew up. Canes will come out in a 2-by-2 set, 4 receivers. And there's a snap. Flacco looking to pass. And that one's going to go over the head of the receiver, incomplete. And that'll be a turnover on downs. And GSD will take over 1st and 10 with 1 minute and 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So we'll see if Brandon McInnes and the rest of the offensive staff will come out aggressive in this final drive here of the half. Or if they'll look to hand off and safely get to the break. But if I know Brandon McInnes the way I think I know him, I think he's going to look to add more points on here before we get to halftime. And there's a snap. McInnes looking to pass. And he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's still looking downfield. He's going to be wrapped up. He's still on his feet. And he's going to finally get it out of bounds. And a good job by McInnes avoiding the sack. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Destroyers with 1 minute and 16 seconds to go for halftime. Here come the Destroyers to the line. 2nd and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Minute and 16 seconds to go until the end of the first half. Brandon McKinnis is going to call out the signals. And there's a snap. McKinnis looking downfield. He's pumping. He's looking. He's got a man, and it's going to be incomplete. He had Peyton Crosby open, but just unable to get the ball in his hands. And it'll be 3rd down for the Destroyers. So we'll see what GSD can draw up here as it's now 3rd and 10 with just over a minute to go until halftime. And GSD looking to perhaps add a few more points here to their lead over the Hurricanes. And they'll come to the line. So 3rd and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Brandon McKinnis looks over the defense. There's a snap. And he's got a man open. Peyton Crosby. He's going to cut it upfield, and he's going to get it just to the marker. I'm not quite sure if he's going to get the first down. Looks like they're going to mark him just short of the first down. And it's going to be 4th and 1. As Marshfield's defense did a good job of holding up the receiver and keeping him from getting the first down. And we're not done just yet, folks. 4th and 1, GSD is going to have to pick up one more first down if they want another shot at some points here as we go into halftime with just over a minute to go in this second quarter. 4th and 1. There's a snap to McKinnis. He's going to keep it, and he's getting around the corner, and he's going to get the first down. And that's as easy as he can get right there. Just put it in your quarterback's hands. He gets around the corner, and it's a first down for the Destroyers. And there's a snap. McKinnis is looking to pass. He's got a man, and that pass is complete to Crosby. Crosby's upfield. He's going to be brought down after a nice pickup. That's going to be a timeout. Peyton Crosby picking up the first down. And Crosby having a spectacular day here for the Destroyers, as he's been getting open, finding the holes in this Hurricanes defense. And we have 29 seconds to go as the ball's now on the 33-yard line. And the Hurricanes are in position maybe to get a couple more throws off to the end zone. And again, see if they can get some more points as we head into halftime. So McKinnis is going to bring him to the line. It's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 33-yard line. 29 seconds to go until halftime. And we got a false start on the play, as things are going to be backed up for the Destroyers. We made just a little bit more difficult as they attempt to get some more points here before the half. So 1st and 15, the ball is now on the 38-yard line. And GSD is going to look to make something happen here. They have 4 receivers on the field. Alex Lane is going to be singled up top. We'll see if they take a shot to him. Back to pass. He's going downfield. He's got a man. And it's incomplete. Just off the fingertips. Looks like that's Javier Colon down there, as he had him. And Javier just can't pull it in. That'll be 2nd and 10 for GSD. .22 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. GSD took their shot. Pass not brought in by Javier Colon. Had a defender draped all over him, but he was unable to come down with the catch. And there's a snap to McKinnis. He's looking to pass again. He's looking downfield. He's going to get it in the flats. That's to Alex Aline. Aline stays in bounds. He's on his feet. And he's going to be hit out of bounds. That's a nice pickup. As GSD will have 11 seconds to get a couple more points. So 1st and 10 after the pickup by Alex Lean. GSD is going to look to add some more points on the board. Brendan McKinnis is back to pass. He's looking, and he's going to find a man, and that pass is going to be dropped. Intended for Jason Vance. That'll be incomplete. 2nd down with 3 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 10. Ball's on a 14-yard line. Granite State Destroyers lead 14-0. We have 3 minutes to go. 3 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. As GSD is going to look to add a couple more points before we get to halftime. We're going to get a timeout by Marshfield. Brandon McKinnis has had a pretty good day so far today. Throwing for a touchdown pass, running for another one as he looks to put one more on the board before we reach halftime. And they're huddled up. We'll see what they can come up with as they're 14 yards away from increasing their lead over the Marshfield Hurricanes. So Brandon McKinnis brings him to the line with 3 seconds to go. Alex Lean's going to be singled out to the bottom of the screen, and the pass is to the end zone. It's going to be complete. At the buzzer, Jason Vance with the touchdown catch from Brandon McKinnis. What a play. And GSD is going to go for two. The score is now 20-0 with 0 time on the clock. And actually looks like GSD is going to go for the extra point. Spectacular job. Jason Vance able to keep his feet in. Bullet pass from Brandon McKinnis. And the score is now 20-0 with 0 seconds to go here in the first half. And GSD looking to add one more point before we close out and go into halftime. Cruz Camardes lines up for the extra point. There's a snap. Kick is up. And that kick is good. So that'll do it for us here in the first half. Your Granite State Destroyers currently leading the Marshfield Hurricanes by a score of 21-0. That'll do it for us here in the first half. My name is Rayshawn Link with Bishop III Media Sports. We'll be back right after this.
for this truly simple search. Granite next week. To learn more about opportunities in today's army.
Back here for the second half. They've put 15 minutes on the board. Scores 21-0. GSD leading over the Hurricanes. As we get set to kick off here at Trinity High School, Granite State Destroyers currently with a 21-0 lead over the Marshfield Hurricanes, as Cruz Camardes is set to kick off and get these going here in the second half. Brandon McKinnis, the story of the first half. 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. And we are set to begin the second half of football. East Coast Football League, final regular season game. And Marshfield Hurricanes return man is going to get it up the sideline before he's brought down at just about the 40-yard line. And that'll be where the Canes take over. 1st and 10 will be the 40-yard line. So the Hurricanes are going to come to the line, led by Flacco. First and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. There's a snap. It's going to be a handoff. And number 37 is going to be brought down after a short pickup. Be second down for the Hurricanes. Ball on the 45-yard line. Be 2nd and 5. Hurricanes come to the line for second down. There's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff. He's going to be wrapped up. And it looks like he's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play before the whistle's blown dead. And it looks like he's being carried. That'll bring up a 3rd down for the Hurricanes. See where the refs decide to spot this one. Looks like, yeah, be right about the 46-yard line. So 3rd and 4 for the Hurricanes. Trying to convert and finally get on the board here. And there's a snap. 37 spins through. He's running people over, and he's going to pick up the yardage he needs, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Hurricanes. And the Hurricanes finally get some positive yardage. And that'll be a 1st down. Folks, today's game is brought to you by the Draft Sports Bar and Grill, draftsportsbar.com. Also brought to you by the Concord Casino, concordnhcasino.com. Also Flourish Restorative Therapies. And the Flight Center Beer Cafe, all in Manchester, New Hampshire, and proud sponsors of the Granite State Destroyers. As it's 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. And there's a snap by Flacco, and it's going to be passed out to the corner, and neither defensive back nor receiver was looking back, as that one was intended for number 87. Second and 10 for the Hurricanes. So the Hurricanes come to the line. 2nd and 10, ball on the 43-yard line. There's a snap to Flacco. Flacco's back to pass. That pass is going to be intercepted. Looks like that's Andrew Downey, and it is, and that's going to be an interception for GSD, and they'll take over. Flacco stared his receiver down. Downey made a nice break on the ball and able to come up with the interception for the Destroyers, and they will take over. 1st and 10. And in position to increase their lead here and continue to do more damage as they look to ride into the playoffs on a very high note with 10:59 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Destroyers going to take over on offense. Here come the Destroyers to the line. There's a snap. Handoff is going to be to Anthony Thomas. He's going to be brought down after a short pickup. And that gets the Hurricane sideline fired up. That'll be 2nd and 10. Excuse me, 2nd and 11 for the Destroyers. So the Destroyers to the line, 2nd and 11. Brandon McKinnis gets the snap, and it's going to be a quick pass out to Peyton Crosby. And he's downfield. Peyton Crosby's downfield, and he's going to take it all the way in for a touchdown. Peyton Crosby having a day. That's going to be his 2nd touchdown of the day. Peyton Crosby taking the short pass to the house. That's another touchdown for the Destroyers as they increase their lead over the Hurricanes. Cruz Camardes come to the line for the extra point. As GSD has increased their lead to 27-0 over the Marshfield Hurricanes. As Brandon McKinnis once again finds Peyton Crosby for a touchdown pass. There's a snap, and it's going to be a fake. Cruz Camardes fakes. He's shaking, he's baking, and he's going to be brought down. And that's going to be no good. As GSD perhaps got a little too cute on that one. And the conversion is going to be no good, and the score remains 27-0 with 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. So Cruz Camardes gets set to kick off as Granite State increases their lead on the arm of rookie quarterback Brandon McKinnis. And it's 27-0 over the Marshfield Hurricanes. And there's the kick by Camardes. And that one's going to bounce and be kept in bounds. And they're going to be brought down at just about the 40-yard line. That's where Marshfield will take over. So Marshfield comes to the line. 1st and 10. 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the quarter. Flacco under center. And there's a snap. Looks like it's going to be a fumble. Flacco picks it up, and he's going to pick up a couple yards before he's brought down. Nice job by Flacco, making something out of nothing on what could have been a disastrous play. Be 2nd down for the Canes. So 2nd and 7 for the Hurricanes. There's a snap. Flacco's going to hand it off. Number 37 with the run, and he's cutting outside. Nice block, and it's going to be brought down after a nice run. And now the Hurricanes making a little bit of noise here after a nice pickup. Number 37 with the run. That'll pick up a 1st down for Marshfield. Nice run. So 1st down for the Hurricanes. There's a snap. It's going to be handed off, and the running back going to be brought down. Looks like he was just stuck in cement, as there was a plethora of GSD defenders. As soon as he got the handoff, he just didn't have anywhere to go. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Canes. Seven minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the 2nd half. Scores 27-0 Destroyers. As it looks like they're going to improve their record to 500 on the season, and unfortunately for the Hurricanes, they're going to drop to 0-10 unless they can make a lot of magic happen here between now and the end of the game. Flacco with the snap. It's back to pass. Pass over the middle, and it's going to be dropped. Oh, and that was almost complete on almost a spectacular catch by number 87. Unfortunately, that's going to be incomplete and bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 16, ball's on the 49-yard line. Clock continues to tick as we have now approaching 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Granite State Destroyers with a commanding 27-0 lead over the Marshfield Hurricanes. And there's a snap. Flacco back to pass. He's under pressure, and it's going to be complete. And that pass is going to be picked off by Nate Allen. Nate Allen is down the sideline. And you know what? He's going to take it all the way for another GSD touchdown. Nate Allen continuing to make his bid for Defensive Player of the Year, picks it off and takes it all the way for a Granite State Destroyers touchdown. And this defense for the Destroyers, again, led by Allen, has been a staple of what's been an up and down season for the Destroyers. But typically on Saturdays, what you can expect is to see Nate Allen putting up numbers. And he continues on that path as he picks it off and gets it in the end zone and increases the lead 33-0. Granite State Destroyers leading over the Marshfield Hurricanes. Cruz Camardes out to attempt the extra point. There's a snap. Kick is up. And it looks like that one's going to be good, as Camardes is able to sneak it in. And the score is increased to 34-0. Granite State Destroyers leading over the Marshfield Hurricanes. So Cruz Camardes is set to kick off. That score is now 34-0. Granite State Destroyers leading over the Marshfield Hurricanes. 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And GSD is taking total control of this game. And the kick is off. Camardes gets it downfield. And it's going to be received. The return man helmet is knocked off. As it looks like that one's going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. First down for the Hurricanes. So Marshfield's going to pick up the first down. Ball's on the 43-yard line. Just over a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Flacco on the center. And he's going to get the snap. Pitch out to the far side. Number 37, he's going to be wrapped up. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a second down for Marshfield. Granite State, after a pretty tough season this year, going to be going into the playoffs on a nice roll after a pretty convincing win here over the Hurricanes. We'll see if they can keep it going, as things are only going to get tougher now as the competition stiffens, as they start their playoff push. And there's a snap to Flacco, and he's looking over the middle, and there's a pass complete. That'll bring up third down for the Hurricanes. Third and about 4 yards. Ball's on the 49-yard line, and that's going to just about do it for us here in the third quarter, as it's now the fourth quarter. And GSD with a commanding lead over the Marshfield Hurricanes. Scores 34-0. Fourth quarter here at Trinity High School. My name is Rayshawn Link with Bishop III Media. Granite State Destroyers East Coast Football League semi-pro action. We're at Trinity High School in Manchester, New Hampshire. Final regular season game for both these teams, Granite State Destroyers and the Marshfield Hurricanes, as the playoffs will get underway and the quest for the championship trophy. First things first, we have 15 more minutes of football here in New Hampshire before we can get to that quest. GSD with a convincing offensive performance. They'll push their record to 500 at 5-5. And unfortunately for the Hurricanes, they'll complete their first ever winless season. John Fassetti, proud owner and coach, who has had a lot of success in this East Coast Football League. Some championship game appearances, will complete probably one of the most frustrating seasons he's had. But he's a great coach, and I know they'll bounce back, so we'll see how they finish up here. Is this a deep pass? And it's complete to number 87, and Marshfield's not going to go away quietly. As that pass is complete. Flacco with the play action. Number 87 with the completion. That pass is going to be brought down well inside the red zone. And Marshfield to get an opportunity to put some points on the board here. First and 10, ball's on the 8-yard line. There's a snap, and it's a hand, actually play action. Flacco looking to get outside, and he's running. And he's going to run out of bounds. And it looks like he's going to start cramping up there as he grabbed that hamstring. But he looks to be okay. 2nd and 8 for the Hurricanes. Ball is going to be placed at, looks like the 6-yard line. 13 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. There's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff. Number 37 cuts it up, and he's into the end zone as Marshfield gets on the board and get the touchdown. Number 37 with the run. And Marshfield is able to erase that donut from the board. Get 6 points, and the score is now 34-6. GSD currently leading over the Marshfield Hurricanes. Marshfield's going to line up and go for 2 here. Flacco's going to be on the center. It's going to be a handoff to the second back, and he breaks it outside, and he looks like he's going to be brought down in the end zone. And Marshfield is successful with their 2-point play, and the score is now 34-8. GSD leads over the Marshfield Hurricanes. So the Hurricanes are set to kick off. And it's going to be a kick right out of bounds. So GSD will get good field position here as they look to close out this game in the regular season. Clock is now running. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Ball's going to be on the 45-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Destroyers. So GSD will come to the line. Brandon McKinnis still at quarterback. I formation behind him, and this is going to be a fumble. And McKinnis is able to get back on it. That'll bring up second down. Looks like we have a man down. So the injured player has made his way off the field. And we're back as GSD now has second down. 10 yards to go. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the game. And it's going to be a handoff to Mike Melvin. And Mike Melvin's going to be brought down after a short pickup. It'll be third down for the Destroyers as time ticks away here. They currently cling to a 34-8 lead. I say cling as if they have a chance to lose it. But it looks like this one is pretty much wrapped up. So the Destroyers come to the line. Six minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the game. There's a snap to McKinnis. McKinnis is back to pass, and he's looking for, and he's going to be almost wrapped up, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. That's about the fourth time that McKinnis has been able to avoid a sack and get the ball out of bounds. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Destroyers. It'll be 4th down for the Destroyers. Ball's on the 49-yard line, 5.5 minutes to go. And they lead by a score of 34-8 over the Marshfield Hurricanes. And it's going to be a pooch punt. It's going to bounce down, and they're going to down it inside the 5-yard line, just about the goal line. And that'll be where Marshfield takes over on the nice pooch punt by Brandon McInnes. With 5 minutes to go here in the game, the ball will be placed on the 1-yard line, and that will be where the Canes take over, 1st and 10. So it's 1st down for the Hurricanes. Ball's on the 1-yard line. And looks like we're going to have some movement. There we do. So half the distance. And the Canes will line up for their next play as we wind down here this final few minutes of the game. Flacco's going to keep it. He's going to be wrapped up. He's going to be brought down. Looks like we have a fumble on the play. And it looks like it's going to be a safety. So it is. It's a safety. And GSD gets 2 more on the board. And you know what, folks? This game can't end fast enough, as I've just about seen enough. I think we've seen everything that we need to see here. And I think we can all go ahead and head for the gates at this one, at this point. The score is now 36-8. Destroyers leading over the Hurricanes. Final regular season game for the East Coast Football League for both these teams. Valiant effort by the Hurricanes, but just wasn't their year as they undermanned, not much talent to be able to compete with the majority of the teams in the East Coast Football League. And you just hope that the Hurricanes can bounce back next season, as they've been one of the staples of the East Coast Football League, and you hope they can get back to that prominence where they're competing for championships again. And as for the Destroyers, they're going to back their way into the playoffs and see if maybe they can catch a little lightning in a bottle as they finish up their season here at Trinity High School. And the pass is picked up by Khalil Rios. Khalil's cutting back. He's going to be wrapped up, and he's still on his feet. Khalil Rios still, and he's going to be brought down as he thought he could get escaped, and he doesn't, and he's brought down, and he's not going to get it into the end zone as I'm sure he'd like to, and you can see the frustration on that young man's face. But it wasn't meant to be. And GSD's going to take over as we approach a minute and a half to go in the game. The Destroyers going to take over. 1st and 10. Ball's going to be placed on the 47-yard line. And we're just about under a minute to go here at Trinity High School. Granite State's going to come to the line. McKinnis calls out the signals. And this snap to McKinnis is going to be a handoff to Anthony Thomas. Anthony Thomas is going to break it out. He cuts it back. He's still on his feet. He's going to be brought down after a nice pickup. As we approach 30 seconds to go, it's going to be a first down, and that's going to just about do it for this one here at Trinity High School. And that's going to bring an end to the 2021 season for the East Coast Football League, for the regular season, I should say. As we approach 15 seconds, and GSD is going to bring their record to 500 and finish up 5-5 on the year, as they're looking to get maybe one more playoff, but I don't think it's meant to be. And that's going to do it, as we have reached the final, and GSD has defeated the Marshfield Hurricanes. My final score of 36-8. My name is Rayshawn Link. Here with Bishop III Media. I want to thank you all for joining us this 2021 season. It was a pleasure to bring you guys the games, and we look forward to bringing you even more playoff action as Bishop III makes their way onto the championship round, as we set to bring you coverage of those championship matchups. But again, that's going to do it for us here at Trinity High School. My name is Rayshawn Linko. Thank you for joining us. Final score, Marshfield Hurricanes 8, Granite State Destroyers 36. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. Take care.